In this video, I'm going to show you a day in the life of me, a health and performance coach. This is so that you can get a good understanding of how to implement my routines, my habits, and my protocols so that I stay at an optimal state. And it's also to break the notion that you don't have to be living this monk mode lifestyle just to be performing at your best. You can intertwine it into your social life and into other aspects of your life. So without further ado, I hope you enjoy this video and leave a comment down below for what you want to see next. I have electrolytes every morning. We have our IFOS fish oil. Sometimes I'll supplement with some ashwagandha. So I'll wake up, have a look at my Todoist, my productivity system that I use, and look at what is on today's agenda. I will usually start the task that is the most cognitively demanding, and I will sip all my electrolyte drinks in the meantime with my bright light. That way, syncing my circadian rhythm, keeping me alert, releasing that cortisol, even though I'm not necessarily outside, which is the best way to do it. So by having that electrolyte drink, and then if I do decide to have a coffee, I'll really feel the effects. And remember, I don't have a coffee every day. It really just depends on how I'm feeling, how much work I have on. So what I will also do when I'm doing my deep work for the morning is I will most of the time track it and plan it. So I use a system or software called Rise. Rise.io if you want to use it, and I keep it super simple. So this basically tracks my productivity throughout the week, so I have a tangible metric on just how productive I've been. What I will also do is use Endel to really help me focus in. Guys, leave a comment down below, kiwi with or without a skin. So we always have a high fat breakfast, full fat yogurt, no low fat, eggs, and we do actually have carbs in the morning. A really good hack for automating your nutrition is get yourself a wife. Really, really good, highly effective. So we'll probably go for about a 10-15 minute walk, nothing crazy, just to get the blood pumping, sometimes half an hour. And honestly, it's not every day, but it is most days. Within the first hour or so of waking up, 2 hours, we'll try to get outside and walk. But if not that, then we'll definitely always go for a walk at least. We have to be walking every day. We just don't function as good unless we're getting that blood flow moving, getting that oxygen to the brain. Not to mention as well, the rays of the sun will help calibrate your circadian rhythm, so your energy food will be better, you'll be more alert when it counts, and then you'll also be sleepy, or sleepier when it counts, when it comes to the evening, when it comes to melatonin secretion. So after my first work block, we've already gone for a walk, and now we're going to do another work block. And what I like to do with a lot of my habits and cues is to create a routine or a bit of a ritual to help get me into that desired behavior. In this case, it's doing some more work. So what I like to do is use smells, tastes, and behaviors to help make it easier to get into that action. So basically what you're doing there is compounding things. So how a habit is formed is cue, craving, response, reward. Always remember that cue. So for me, a cue can be to have my coffee. This is decaf, actually, this one, with a bit of dark chocolate, 85, 70%. Quick tip as well, other than using my phone to vlog, I only ever have my work phone in the office, and this is just an old iPhone. The reason we do that is a lot less temptation with addictive apps because they're slower, or you can't even get them on these old iPhones. What we also like to do is we have something called DF Tube, distraction-free YouTube. Alright. 19.
I don't like there's any cars coming.
You never know. That's why I'm a safer driver than you.
Yeah, as if.
I fucking am. 11 a.m. We've done a bit of deep work. We've had our breakfast. We've gone for our morning walk. We've checked in with a few clients. All good. Now we're going to put ourselves first and have our training session for the day. So about 45 minutes to an hour. There's the weekend car.
It's probably one of the nicest about it.
Okay, so we're sticking to mostly compound movements on our workouts. That's for time efficiency and also just bang for our buck when it comes to exercise selection. So you'll notice
pull-ups, obviously a back movement, bicep movement, forearm as well, and then followed by a seal row. If your gym has one of these, use it. We're doing an upper session, which means we're doing a push, pull, and maybe some isolation work for the delts as well if we've got time. The reason we do that, the reason we do like a lot of compound movements, a lot of bang for your buck movements, so to speak, we also do a 4-day split, is for time efficiency. We always keep in the compound movements, as you see in the panda row, the pull-up rows. We call them your KPI movements, meaning your key performance indicators. So if you keep them in for your training program, 8-12 weeks, keep them in consistently, then that'll be a key indicator if you are progressing. If you keep mixing it up, you're never gonna know when you're progressing because you're changing the variables all the time, so you don't have a clear point in which, a reference point, are we clearly progressing.
We are in the sauna now, just finished our workout, so a quick little 15-minute sauna. What we do is protocol of a 15-minute sauna followed by a 3-minute cold submerge, rinse and repeat twice. And that's what you want when it comes to improving your HRV, improving what you call your ability to cope with stress. And that'll have a positive knock-on effect for the week ahead, so that's why we do that.
We're gonna have a little post-workout, let our nervous system come back into a parasympathetic state, and then eat.
Back from the gym, freshened up, about to do another work block in the afternoon. So we've got a post-workout meal, rice noodles, healthy fat sauce, avocado, veg sauce, tomatoes, and of course our lean protein sauce, organic grass-fed beef. And we'll smash out another block of deep work. Nothing too taxing right now. You'll see the kind of work that I schedule in the afternoons is more shallow work, so a lot of admin, email stuff. Once we've done that, we'll probably go for a quick brisk walk as well. You'll notice throughout my days, I like to go for quite a few walks, maybe 2, maybe even 3 walks. They don't have to be very long, 5 to 10 minutes, like we said. I like to compound it with a meal to help with that digestion, so we're keeping our blood sugar stable, our energy level stable throughout the day.
This is the first time you've made your lunch.
I used to always do it, okay?
In a month.
If you've been viewing screens in the afternoon, maybe a little bit in the evening, and you're human, not everyone's perfect, then what you can do is get yourself outside for one of your evening walks, view that sunset. You want to start viewing that certain wavelength of light, and that will help offset any of the potential negatives that viewing blue light can have on your circadian rhythm. Okay, so back from the walk, a final bit of work to be done now, and that's a client call. One of our clients, we do our weekly calls, make sure that they're staying on point, that they're accountable. Hello mate, how have you been? That is the last bit of work, and then we're gonna do our wind down routine. I'll show you a little bit how we do that. Okay, so a bit of a confession. It wasn't an entire day in the life because we had to travel and we had to get back to the UK. So we're gonna finish off the video here of the evening routine, which is actually probably in some respect quite important, or one of the most important parts of this video when it comes to a day in the life of me and what I get up to, because the evenings really set up the next day. I'm just actually finishing off editing this video. Just a bit of light work, nothing too crazy for me. And then I will show you how I briefly plan my week before my shutdown schedule, ready for the next day. So what we usually do is when the time comes around 6, 7 p.m, in the UK time now, it gets dark around 4, but around 6, 7 p.m, we put these bad boys on red.
I have seen, so it makes it so much easier because I just click again.
Just quickly show them. Boom. So that will really help us relax, switch off, start secreting melatonin, which is going to make you feel sleepy and thus get to sleep. And what we'll probably do, in all honesty, sometimes we do watch a documentary, maybe a bit of a movie, because we are human and it's not just about being monks, of peak performance monks. So we will watch a movie, and if we do that, we'll put the TV on the lowest brightness, and I'll put my red light glasses on as well. Okay, so it's into the evenings now. We're gonna finish up a little bit more work, a bit more client work to make sure everyone's happy. Whilst I do that, I put my monitor very low, and I also start putting these bad boys on, again, to give me extra cool points whilst I'm doing my work, and also helps me get to sleep. So that light will usually go red as we start dimming these lights as well. And I'll actually start to change these, if I can actually be bothered most of the time, to a colour that's a bit more complementary of the evening, not so harsh blue light. And all honesty, I'm probably going to have a pizza tonight because I am human, and we're not always about peak performance, everything in moderation. So we really work that into our clients as well. We know that you're human. We also believe that you can achieve an optimum state of performance whilst also enjoying a social life. One more thing, you guys have always asking, if I had a penny for how many times I'm asked, where do I get this from? Have about 60p. But I get this from Amazon. This is awesome. This is an analog it's a kitchen timer, but you can get them on Amazon. And I use this to block my deep work sessions. Having something analog, you can have apps on your laptop, but I just like having something analog. It really helps with the way my brain works and the way I get things done. Is something quite a dopaminergic response of just having this, setting the timer and going with the music. And if I get like 2-3 of those in, I know that I've done well today in terms of focus and I've trained my brain. This is an actual replica of what Amy looks like. So we went to one of the world's renowned artists to have Amy replicated in a shell, and this is what we came up with. I think you can all agree it's highly freakishly accurate. The meatball. We love you, meatball. Okay, so it's about 2 hours before bed. Typically I will meditate. So we do typically about 10, 15, sometimes 20 minutes, but we're going for 15. And we use the Balance app. The reason we meditate in the evenings specifically is it really helps bring down my heart rate. It really helps my nervous system switch off and my mind to switch off. Okay, so we've pretty much come to the end of the day, and the last thing I do is to take my sleep stack. Lately I've been using PM Prime by Supplement Needs, not sponsored. Then we compound that about half an hour before I go to bed. I'll have some of these bad boys. That was a day in the life of a health and performance coach. I hope you've taken something from this. I hope you can apply it to your own life and your own health and your own performance so that you can be the best version of yourself and all that good stuff. So I will see you in the next video.